Join me as I dive into the challenge of predicting whether electric cars will really take over the road by 2030. Electric cars are increasingly becoming a common sight on our roads, and it's not hard to see why. With growing concerns about climate change and air pollution, many of us are looking for a more sustainable way to get from point A to point B. But as we stand at the dawn of a new decade, the question on everyone's mind is, will electric cars really take over the road by 2030? One of the biggest challenges facing the widespread adoption of electric vehicles is infrastructure. Simply put, we need more charging stations and we need them fast. Imagine being on a long road trip and suddenly running out of juice. Not exactly the most reassuring thought, is it? Another challenge is battery technology. While it's come a long way in recent years, it's still not quite on par with its gas-guzzling counterparts. And then there's the issue of consumer acceptance. Let's face it, many of us are creatures of habit, and change can be scary. It's not just about getting people to switch to electric cars, it's about getting them to switch their mindset. We need to educate consumers about the benefits of electric vehicles, from lower running costs to reduced environmental impact. We need to make them feel like they're part of a movement, rather than just buying a new car. And finally, we need to address the elephant in the room, range anxiety. It's a legitimate concern, and one that needs to be tackled head-on if we're going to convince people to ditch their diesel-guzzling habits. Despite these challenges, there are some promising advancements being made in electric vehicle technology. Companies like Tesla and Rivian are pushing the boundaries of what's possible, with cars that can go further and faster than ever before. Governments around the world are also waking up to the reality of climate change and implementing policies to support the widespread adoption of electric vehicles. And consumers are finally starting to take notice, with sales of electric cars increasing year on year. It's a perfect storm of innovation and legislation, and one that could have a profound impact on the future of transportation. One of the most significant predictions coming from industry experts is that electric cars will dominate the market by 2030. It's a bold claim, but one that's backed up by some impressive statistics. In Norway, for example, over 50% of all new car sales are electric. In the UK, the government has pledged to ban the sale of new petrol and diesel cars by 2030. And in the US, companies like Tesla are leading the charge when it comes to electric vehicle technology. It's a trend that shows no signs of slowing down, and one that could have far-reaching implications for the environment and our economy. So what does this mean for us, the consumers? For one, it means we can expect to see a lot more electric cars on the road in the coming years. It means we'll have to get used to charging our cars rather than filling them up with gas. And it means we'll have to rethink our entire approach to transportation, from how we commute to work to how we plan our road trips. It's a lot to take in, but it's also a chance for us to be part of something truly revolutionary. To recap, we've discussed the growing presence of electric cars on our roads, the challenges facing their widespread adoption, and the current advancements being made in electric vehicle technology. We've also touched on the significant prediction that electric cars will dominate the market by 2030, and the implications this could have for our society. It's a lot to take in, but one thing's for sure, the future of transportation is looking electric. So what do you think? Are electric cars the future of transportation, or just a flash in the pan? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and be sure to check out my other videos on electric cars and sustainable living. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.